Sports were part of our life, and lacrosse was one of those things that was just extra special because of the family connection and what we grew up with. It's definitely part of our identity for sure, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, your dad coached you.
My dad coached me
in the rec leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, Jenny and I won national championships the same exact year.
In college, 1991. Yeah, pretty good.
It was always Carolina, and then as I kind of got into the process, it was, I don't want to go to Carolina at all. It was totally the opposite, just because I wanted to create my own legacy, create my own name. I remember sitting at Old Fetzer Field and being like, how could I not come to this place? It's pretty special. So it started as a definite yes, then a total no, and then finally I ended up deciding to come here.
Ryan was here, and that was one of the big reasons why I was like, wow, I really want to come here, because our high school careers got cut short due to COVID, and we were taking away a season of playing with each other, and the ability to play with him again was one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here. And then on top of all that, win a national championship, not only just to win one, because that's the goal of any college athlete, but to win one here where our mom has won one coaching and then our dad won one playing.
I always knew I wanted to play for my mom, and I talked to my dad before September 1st, and he was like, what do you want to do? And I at first wanted to keep my options open and see, kind of explore different places that I've never been, and then he started listing out schools, and I was just like, I don't ever see myself there. So I really could only see myself here. It's nice to know that I've had people in my family who've done it before me and are doing it currently right now. I just think, it's comforting to have them around, and also just, it's something that's very rare. So just knowing that it's really a special opportunity. The name definitely carries some weight, especially around here. I think my family is very passionate and hardworking, and people see us as very dedicated people to what we do, and I think that holds a lot of weight.
Well, they follow in his footsteps, so I'll let you take it.
Look, I would be lying if I didn't say that it was a dream of mine for them to play here. I knew what it was like to be an athlete here. I knew what it was like to be at this incredible place and be supported as an athlete and pursue the academic piece at the highest level as well, and be a part of teams striving for greatness. But the reality is it had to be their dream. It couldn't be mine or our dream. There's a lot of gratitude to know that they felt that it was important enough to them to chase that dream, that this place was part of that dream, and they put in the work and the dedication and the sacrifice to make it happen.
When you have the opportunity to raise your family within the Carolina family, that was super special. It was in their blood. They've spent a lot of time on a lot of our fields and a lot of our facilities, and I think that there was no guarantee that they would be good enough to be here academically and athletically, and so when those opportunities came about and they actually made their own decision to be here, it was a great day for us.
My dad always wore 12. My mom wore 29 in college, so she kind of got kicked to the curb with the number game. But I always wore 13 growing up, just because I think it was one off from my dad. And then I got here and 13's retired. So when I had the opportunity, I was able to jump on 14, and it just kind of stuck.
I have always been 12 my entire life, and it was my dad's number when he played here, and that's why I picked it originally. Just to be able to put on that Carolina jersey and wear that same number that my dad did when he was here, it's really special. My sister was always 12 too, going through. She was either 12 or 13, and when she was coming to Carolina, she had a decision whether it be 12 or 13. Both were open. There was a lot of really great players that played for my mom that wore 13, and they reached out to her and they're like, you have to take this opportunity to wear this number just because of the legacy it has.
It's a very important number at Carolina. There have been some great 13s, so I think it was just a no-brainer. And then it happened to be that my middle brother Alec is 12, I'm 13, and Ryan is 14, so it worked out well.
Alec wearing my number, Kate and Ryan also playing here, super prideful for me. For them, this was their dream. They're living out their dream. We're just super excited to be here to support them and watch them experience how fun and rewarding it can be to be a part of a program and be involved in the athletic department as a whole.
Old Henry, where the old field hockey stadium was, Navy Field, like that was truly our home. When we didn't have school, we'd be at mom's practice, you know, plenty of men's and women's games were played there when it was snowy or the weather wasn't good. So, you know, it was everything. It was everything.
My brothers and I have been around a lot of winning in these programs, and you know, national championships, they aren't won by everyone when you're surrounded by a bunch of people who all have that same goal, and then also have like grown up with those people who have been that competitive and have wanted to win. It definitely makes you want to win a few.
Being a member of our family and being on a team means that you love your sport, you are a great teammate, you are selfless, humble, and you want to be great, and you're not afraid to do what it takes to get there. And that's in all things in life.
Standards and culture, it's how I run my program too, but I would say that's no different with our family. Like creating a culture, just like Dan said, that's selfless, you contribute, you have awareness, you're responsible for others, you take care of others, and then the standards, it takes what it takes, right? And so whether it's our teams are part of here, or our team at home, you know, the standards are the standards. I'm definitely, you know, there's accountability in our household, there's responsibility in our household, and to be a good person is probably the first and foremost thing. So we've done a good job, honey. I think we've done a good job creating and nurturing young people, our kids, to go out to their communities and contribute in a positive way.
Not everyone can say that this is a thing in their lives. Like how rare this is, I think we definitely appreciate in the moment, but like even when like you take that quick second just to think back on like what we're doing, it's so special. And to say that all 5 of us have been a part of Carolina Lacrosse, it shows like our team talks about family. I know my mom's team talks about family. Like Carolina Lacrosse is a family, and that's something like we definitely don't take for granted.